too. Come on. It's never easy, folks. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing all right. Going for another morning walk today. We are at the soccer fields that they like to go to, as you can see. There's a dog park over there, but I don't like to bring them over to the dog park simply because a lot of people don't vaccinate their animals properly. So I try to keep them away from that. Some old people that are playing softball. I miss playing softball a little bit. They can't hit the ball to save their lives. Just whatever. I guess I just miss showing off. Maybe that's what it is. Shannon, how are you? Play till it hurts. How are you? So a couple things. There's a couple lots that haven't been bid on. I think lot 4, lot 7, maybe 1 or 2 more. And a lot of the lots are low. So take a look at our auction and check it out. I'll be going live, I think, I want to say Friday at some point, probably Friday afternoon. And what we'll do is we'll run everything down, or I'll do it Sunday, Easter morning, whatever. I'll figure it out. We'll definitely get everybody all caught up, which is what we normally do. And let everybody know where it's at. Maybe I'll do it today if I've got time. I'll have to see. Depends what I got going on. There's always something going on. Come on, girl. Come on. I don't want to take you over there. All right. Depends where we take them walking. They're very particular, my children. Come on. Especially when I'm doing the old one-hand thing. So, all right, could we pee? Thank you. Oh my God. Bella, just keep going. She doesn't do this when we're doing other stuff. Rob, has anybody placed a bid on lot number 2? Yes, somebody placed a bid, but it's pretty low. I think it's like 120 or something like that for all those tiles. I mean, there's a ton of tiles there. It's got to be about $600-700 worth of tiles, easy. You remember how expensive they were. The boxes were almost like $100 a piece. And they're all hand painted, and there's furniture, and there's all kinds of stuff in there. So, there you go. Come on. Yeah, so that's where I think that is. I think it's like 120, 130, somewhere in there. I'm pretty right about it, because I was looking at it and go, wow, that's pretty low for that. I mean, that's one set, and there's got to be about 15 sets in there. I mean, you saw the box. It was filled to the brim. So there you go. It's really nice stuff, too. It's just, I'm kind of changing what I'm doing. I really am. How I think about things, how I do things. You're going to see a video tomorrow about some of the processes that I'm thinking of doing, and some of my thought patterns. I'm really starting to look at things, and a lot of people have been talking about certain things and bringing up political stuff, and I'm not a political person. I really am not. I can care less, because I honestly feel that everybody should have real thoughts in their head. Think freely, think with your minds, and I just don't think people do that anymore. What are we doing, Gab? Come on, Gab. What? Okay, hold on. She smells something. All right, okay. It's probably a squirrel. Come on. Over here. This is what they do. They drive me up a wall. Hold on here. Little girl. Okay, there we go. Don't get me all caught up in your little web of intrigue. The thing is we've let technology really take control of us, and it's really, really, really sad when you look at it. I mean, even now, some of you might be watching it. I'm talking on a phone, okay? But at least I'm trying to talk. People just don't even pay attention to the world around them. And, you know, I actually did a video, and I'm not going to go too much into it, but it's funny how some of the best minds that we've ever had are gone now. The Rod Serlings, the Harlan Ellisons, people that made you think legitimately, you know, and they basically just kind of foretold what's going on now. It's kind of sad. Almost as sad as this guy's hitting. Jesus. If I hit like that, I don't know, I'd hang it up. Sometimes you just play just to play. The competitive spirit. And that's a good thing, being competitive. I really do. I really think, you know, in some ways it keeps you young. Politics don't belong in board gaming. Board games are for everyone. Well, you would think so, but and yet, you know, everything's got to be inclusive for certain things. It's affected everything, even board gaming. You know, when a designer gets a hit game and then decides, oh well, this is a good chance for me to talk about my political beliefs. Stupid. What do politics have to do with human emotion? You're supposed to think. You really are. You're supposed to think. You know, like this dog that doesn't listen. I wish she started thinking. Come on, this way. Holy cow. This way, girl. Come on. Bella, I don't know what you are doing today. But, I'm just getting dragged around here today. Cyrax, how are you? Oh, it's in Russian. Hopefully it's high. Come on. You know, oh, Gab. I don't know what's with them today. I think because I've given them too much leash. Tried to give them the freedom to walk a little bit. And this is what we do. This is what we do, huh? Okay. All right, we're going to go this way then. Good girl. Yeah, you peed on a post. I'm so proud of you. We're actually going by where my grandkids soccer. They got soccer practice today. That's always a nightmare for my poor daughter-in-law. She's never coached anything like this, and you know, here you are trying to deal with 9 ruly 4-year-olds. I got a game in for review, which was very interesting. Aces and Armor, and I'm gonna try to film that today at some point. Really interesting game. You need to check that out. Trying to think what else I was interested in. Today you'll see a video on the X Arcade Max. Boy, that thing is badass. We're going to be talking a little bit about that. I try to fit in, you know, a little bit of the X Arcade and some of the retro stuff one day a week. Trying to do more board gaming stuff, making sure that we cover all our bases. And I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, it's more videos, but really, just to turn on a camera and talk, I'm doing it now. How hard can it be, right? I mean, it's not rocket science, folks. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm just walking and talking. And guess what? When you turn on a camera, you just sit there and talk. If you say what you feel from the heart, it ain't that hard. And there ain't that much to edit. This isn't no infomercial, that's for doggone sure. But I was playing an older game last night, and it just got me thinking about certain things, how much things have changed. And oh God, what the hell was the game? Oh, it was Tapper. You know, when you're the bartender and you're trying to get everybody beer and everything like that, and you're going up and down with different things. It is such a... And I found myself playing it for like about 20, 25 minutes. I haven't been able to put the headset on because I've been kind of... I've had this like nasal thing going on. I don't know if it's the pollen and everything that's going through the air. But, I just needed a bit of a break. And, I'm anxious to get back because I'm playing this one game, Shogun Empire, in virtual reality, which is a hoot. Okay, girls, we're going to turn around here because all you're going to do is see the car. Come on, this way. Yeah, come on. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Come on. You think you're going back to the car? No, you need a little bit more exercise. And it is a turn-based feudal Japan game, and it's really, really good. The thing that really makes this game great is it's turn-based. So you take your time, and you got your archery units, you got your samurais, you got your regular foot soldiers, your archers and stuff like that, and strategically moving the board around and stuff like that. It's very, very solid. I like it a lot. We'll see a review in that in about a week or so. That and Demio, which is supposedly they're supposed to be doing a D&D type, a licensed D&D tabletop game for the VR. Demio in VR is just great. I've been trying to do that, but haven't been able to get to it in the last couple of days because the stupid sinus pressure. You put that headset on, it's really hard to kind of dial in a bit, and so I've just been playing old arcade stuff. I went on the PlayStation for a bit. I was playing Vampire Survivor. I read some really good comic books, and they're really old things. I had gotten these graphic novels, the old Dell comics, the Boris Karloff thrillers. The book had come out, and it reprinted a bunch of stories, and they were actually really good. And you think for that time, it'd be a little bit ham and eggy. Nah, well thought out, good stories. And then, oh God, what's the other one? EC Comics. They came out with a graphic novel covering all the haunts of fear. Let me tell you, it was so good. This one story really stuck with me, right? So it's back in the 1600s or whatever, and basically a taxi was a horse carriage, okay, a horse sled, okay, and it's the middle of winter, and these people are all on this thing trying to get to this town, but they're being chased by wolves. So the guy had a gun with him. He only had a couple bullets, and there's about 10 wolves. So he would shoot, kill a wolf. They would stop long enough to, devour their own, of course, because they were insane. And they're they're about 8 miles away from from the town, and all they're trying to do is make it to the town. So sure enough, go ahead, Gab. All right, you peed there too, right? So now all of a sudden they're racing back, and they're trying to, they're racing, and now all of a sudden the wolves catch up with them because there's a meal on top of there. Guy shoots another one. They start devouring themselves. That's going to buy them about another mile or so, okay? Because the wolves do catch up, and they can't exhaust the horses, or else, that's going to be the end of that. So while they're doing that, while they're trying to figure out how to do this, each person's telling their own story. And this woman's on with her infant child, and she's trying to get to her husband who went to this town to build a better life for him. This one guy's trying to get to his fiance who he loves, and this, that, and the other. And this other guy, old guy, is trying to get to help his daughter and her family who are starving. And, it just tells a little story of all of it, right? So the wolves start coming on him. They have no bullets. So the guy sacrifices the food that he was bringing for the kids, buys them a little bit more. Now they're about a mile out. They have no other options, okay? And they go, what are we going to do? Somebody's got to sacrifice themselves. So sure enough, somebody sacrifices themselves. But as the sled pulls into town, it kind of leaves you hanging, and it goes, well, they made it, but who sacrificed themselves? And it's just, it's a neat little story. It sure is. It just shows you for that time, 40s and 50s, well thought out, using your mind, telling a story about sacrifice. Who's the person that gave up their lives for everybody else? Or did somebody throw them off? It just really, really interesting story. And there's all kinds of stories like that. And I was never a horror comic guy, but as it was always superheroes, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Fantastic Four, I wasn't a big Spider-Man guy, never was. And, trying to figure out, I always paid attention to those comic books because, I'm a big cosmic head. But, my fascination with space and blah, blah, blah. But this was just, go ahead, Gab. Go ahead, Gab. You got to go? Hold on. Okay, hold on. Let's get them loaded up first. But, all these stories, you start to discover, and I go, boy, how did I miss Eerie? How did I miss Creepy? And, all those fantastic magazines that were there. Go ahead. Go ahead, Belle. Oh, this dog is the most difficult dog. She is just set in her way. She's going to do things her way, and that's it. All right, so we'll go and get out of there, Gab. All right, go ahead. Yep. Okay, you're in. Get up there. And, I missed out on all those older comics. Go ahead, come on. Let me see if I can get her. Do whatever. Here, come on. And now I'm rediscovering a lot of this stuff. I went to Etsy or, oh God, what the hell was it? Is it Etsy? Yeah, and you can get digital downloads, and I downloaded like the entire series of certain things that I was really, really interested in. And I'm trying to figure out what Gabby's problem is here. It's a tree, girl. And it was just good stuff. Come on, Gab. And Vampirella, House of Dracula, and all that stuff. Just really, really good old school stuff. And there's just so many great stories that are to be told, and that I've missed out on. I think when you get older, it's not so much your taste change, It's, you know, how many Spider-Man books can you come out with in a month? You know? Okay, are we done? Okay. Okay, that'll go. You're gonna pee? Okay, let's go. Come on. Ah, this girl. My most difficult girl. I was giving myself insulin this morning. Oh, I stabbed myself. Pretty, not too well. And I bled all over my shirt. Hold on, let me get her in there. Go ahead, get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Good girl. Good girl. But yeah, you know, you find you start to think a little bit more. You know, maybe it's maturity. You know, all I wanted to do was see superhero fights when I was a kid. Let's get in the car. Right, girls? Yeah, there we go. Another walk accomplished. And then as you kind of mature, you kind of want to, you know, read different things. You want to be, you want to think. Maybe that's it too, you know. A lot of people don't think because youth. Maybe because I'm older, I think a little bit more. Who knows? But pretty much, you know, I like doing these walk things. I mean, I walk the dogs every day, but I like going live at least twice a week. Kind of keeps us connected. Like I said, the auction's going on. You know, prices are pretty low. There's a lot of good stuff. And, you know, we're just setting things up for the future. And really, I think we're putting ourselves in a position, or the channel in a position, to really have some fun. Especially with today's economic problems that we seem to be having, you know, being able to showcase things that are really going to, I hope, open your eyes or maybe help you rediscover something. So we're putting ourselves in a great position to do these things. I think that is a win for us. And it's something I enjoy because, like I always said, I always enjoy helping more than anything else. And any way that I can, I think that's a good thing. You know, you feel like you're getting something done. Again, I don't like the whole infomercial thing. You know, I'm not a big fan of you know, just doing the cult of the new thing. You know, there are things that interest me, and if I find them interesting, I'll make a video of them. If I don't, guess what? I'm not going to. And that's for sure. All right, I'm driving. It's not safe to be streaming while you're driving. So, my dear friends, we will see you maybe this afternoon. Maybe I'll do an update, or tomorrow. I think tomorrow would be better because the auction ends on Monday morning. So, you know, be ready for that. You guys still got a few days. There's, like I said, there's a bunch of lots that are not bid on. And, you know, take a shot. See what happens. You know, you get some great stuff that'll help you through this. I think that'll be just a great thing. We're going by the school zone. Okay. We're going, oh, we can stop here for a second. All right. I love cheap and cheerful games. Well, everybody does. All right, everybody. Have a great day. It's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon. Take it easy, everybody.